This is how you get locks with straight hair using a dreadlock sponge. Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the episode of Greatlocs. I'm Gunther the Great, and I've never seen this done before until today of someone getting locks with straight hair using a locking sponge. So let's take a look. So this definitely isn't completely straight hair, but this is definitely in the straight range. I think one thing that's going to benefit him is that he has very thick hair, but he is going through the same process that you do if you're using the locking sponge on any hair type. He started out with combing out the hair, and of course his hair stands up because his hair type is about a 2C, which is more of just like a wave, but it is in the straight hair type range. Now he's applying product to the hair. He's actually using a conditioner, and you guys know how I am with products. I want to use the least amount of products as possible, but we're gonna see how he gets us to work with using conditioner. And you guys definitely know how I feel about conditioner. I don't use conditioner because it's counterintuitive to the locking process. Now we see he has his homemade dread sponge, and it looks like he just made some of the holes bigger, and now he's just sponging the hair. He's going clockwise. And when you do this sponge, you want to go the same direction the entire time. See how he's going clockwise even with his left hand? A mistake that a lot of people make is they'll go clockwise with their right hand or their more dominant hand, and then when it gets to their actual opposite hand, they'll start going counterclockwise, which is undoing their twist. So if you've used the locking sponge and you feel that one side is actually developing quicker than the other, it's because you went the wrong direction. On my first set of locks, on the right side of my head, all of my locks were twisted clockwise. And then on the left side of my head, all of my locks were twisted counterclockwise, which got pretty annoying, especially down the line, because I had to continue to do that. But you guys can see how this is creating sections very well, and that's what you use the locking sponge for. You want it to create your sections. And the reason I like the locking sponge is because it gives you organic sections. It's not perfect, and it gives you somewhat of a semi-freeform look. So you can see that it created the sections for him quite well, but you can see how they're not as defined as if you were to have a tighter curl pattern. But this definitely did the job that he needed it to do. And now he's going on the twist and rip method on that short of hair. That just goes to show that it's definitely possible. And he's doing it very interestingly. I've never seen it done this way, to where you just literally just twist it like that. Okay, now he's ripping it. I've never seen twist and rip on this short of hair. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how he does this. And it's actually doing a very good job with that whole, twisting a little bit and then ripping. And this guy's actually done multiple videos on locking up the hair with straight hair. I mean, look how clean that's already coming out. And this just goes to show that it does take time. It's definitely a process. You can't rush it, and you have to be patient even when doing something like this that is instant locking the hair. Because I'm sure there's so many people out there that have rushed through the instant locking process, and their sections aren't the way that they want them to be, and their locks are locked up inconsistently, and it's all because of impatience when actually locking up the hair. But he's doing really good at defining each section right now. So he went through and did the twist and rip method on all of them. You can still see that the tips are undone, but still looks really good, especially for starting out with sponge and then going in and twist and rip. And then now he's using the crochet needle. And there's multiple ways of actually holding the crochet needle when locking up your hair. Some people will do it overhand, like how he's doing it, and then some people will do it underhand, like as if they're writing with a pencil. I prefer underhand, like as if I'm writing with a pencil, just because it's more comfortable. But I will say that when I see people do overhand, it looks a little bit more detailed, and they're actually spending a little bit more time on it. And you gotta keep in mind, if you're doing this on your own locks, take your time, because these are locks. They will stay in. And of course you can comb them out or do other things to them, but keep in mind that this is a permanent hairstyle, so you wanna take your time, especially during the beginning stage. Alright, so he just continues to instantly lock up his hair, and overall this is really cool because he has officially started out his locks, and you can obviously tell that these aren't perfect and they're not completely locked up already, which then allows the hair to lock up on its own periodically over time. And that's what you really want to do with these tools. Now of course you can go in and instantly lock up the entire lock, but one thing that he did is he maintained his length, and he did that by not locking up his hair completely, and overall it turned out really good. I want to see if he has an update on this. Now guys, this is him 3 months later, and his locks are looking really good, and this is him doing an Annalie Chapa hairstyle. And in order to do this look, he just did a 2-strand twist with a twist out, and 2-strand twist actually help lock up the hair a ton. But with this hair being straight, it does make it tough for the hair to lock. As long as he stays patient and keeps on going, it'll definitely lock up over time. If you want locks, get the tools you need linked down below from Greatlocs.com. Turn your hair from this to this by clicking the link down below.